These are all the things that you've experienced, things that everyone who's watching there right now, this video, who owns a service business, understands this. It all started with 9/11, started with then the rock bottom hit of the stock exchange, and then the economy's getting worse, the gas prices are going up, and people are losing their homes. So this has impacted the business. And on top of that, advertising, what used to work maybe 10 years ago, 15, no longer works.
It wasn't viable anymore. We got caught in the middle of that with all the yellow page. We had all these yellow pages. We started out with one yellow page company in town that had the service, right?
Right.
That whoever your local phone provider was would put out a book so that you knew everybody that was in that service area.
Correct.
Well, then another company goes, oh, well, there's big money in them books, because the local phone company gets $5,000 for a 2-page ad.
Right.
Right? So they come into town too and say, hey, we're going to put out this directory,
right,
and we're going to market this directory, and you can be in this directory for half the price.
Right.
Okay? So, and they do good. And another book comes up and goes, oh, you can be in this little directory. You only have to go. Next thing you know, you got 3 books in town,
right,
and they're all fighting over the same market. Well, guess what? At the same time as that, guess what happened? The internet. Ease of use. It's been gaining and gaining. There's huge numbers out there on how many. I don't have to tell anybody here how many people that they look up on the cell phone to find a service, a product. You don't even go home. You don't even use your computer. You can go right on the cell phone on the internet now. The ease of access to the internet has driven, has just changed the structure of every way that you could advertise. Now, if you're still working with print, and you know it has its place, there's still a small area of customers that are older or whatnot that still use the yellow pages. But I'm going to tell you what, most of them have kids and grandkids that do the calling for them now. They're dying off. Not all print is being abandoned, but it's not getting used nearly as much as it used to.
So it's a whole new generation that's coming up, and obviously the ease of access to information is right there in the palm of their hand. Mm-hmm. So if you're a service provider and you're not tapped in and optimizing the internet, you're going to be left behind like a dinosaur, and you're going to die off. So Gerald, tell us, how do we step up to the plate on the internet, and how do we take these service providers, these industries, to the next level?
The next level is really knowing where your market is and how to reach them, just like everything else. There's even more opportunities in the internet. The problem is how much babble and information there is in those systems. So it's very hard for somebody just looking for a plumber to push plumber, and it comes up and he's looking to somebody in Asia. Like, or whatever, you know.
Right.
And they're like, okay, well, no, let me go a plumber and then in my city. And if you happen to live in Melbourne like I do, all of a sudden you're looking in Australia. Oh no, I better put it in the state. So, you know, the plumber, then Florida, and then that. And you see that and you go, okay, now I have some plumbers. But a lot of times you'll open it up and it won't even be it won't even be local plumbers. It'll be these nationwide directories and all that. So you need to know which directories are free. I like the word free. Which ones that you can apply to get into on the different maps. Which ones will automatically give you better ranking. If you have a website and you have ranking on your pages are ranked, your website's ranked by Google and Alexa and other people to decide which position you show up in. If you want to make your website as prominent as possible and get the ranking higher and higher, so you don't have to be faster than everybody, just faster than the bear or faster than your friend. Correct. So the way that works in the internet is you don't have to be the best ranked, you just have to come ahead of your competition.
Exactly.
So that comes with research.
Right. And very, very similar to back in the day when the phone book, if you were the first couple of on the first page of your category, you would most likely get the call. So it's the same thing with all the major search engines, right? Such as Google, Bing, Yahoo. So you want to get on that first page. So how do you get there?
How do you get there? That's the trick. The trick is getting your ranking on your website worth more. There's more than one ways to get there, of course.
Right.
You can get there through pay-per-click advertising.
Right.
You can get there through your other industries, like the Yellow Pages will have their own directory where they are competing against you.
Right.
As a website. There's also different directories that you may not be familiar with, like ThomasNet and like Manta, M-A-N-T-A, Manta, and there's probably 5 good prominent ones that are nationwide that have been doing it long enough that their rankings are really high, and they're free publications you can get a profile put on.
Wow.
So it's important to know where to go to get your profile put on, how to get your link in that, because your link that is in their website and points back to you gives you better ratings, gives you better ranking. Your website gets more and more valuable the more places you are in the web. There's all kinds of places to do that. There's social networking, there's article marketing, there's the press release marketing,
right. Video marketing,
videos, podcasts, the whole 9 yards. And as a service business, you have to ask yourself, well, what's the best way to do it for our business, though?
Right. And then what these service drivers, they hear these internet marketing guru guys saying like the latest buzzwords like SEO and all that other stuff. It just overwhelms. And what Gerald's trying to show you is the direct way of using these strategies. A lot of them for free. Correct?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of free. I started out, just about everything I did was free, because that's when it came to the internet. I mean, of course, I paid for some websites and I did some SEO and all that, and didn't really know what it meant, but I kept digging and digging and doing more and more research, because you got to figure out how to get your name out there and your website to be higher in ratings, and you know, the more you know, the better off you are.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't know how many people have the thousands of hours that I put into figuring it out. It might be easier just to watch the videos.
Watch the videos.
Time is money.
That's it.